Good morning.
Good morning, JP. Ready for our meeting?
Welcome to another edition of Good Morning with Giliz.
We are recording early. This is Thursday, so we'll talk a little bit about that. But it is an early day for us.
It feels like the sun just came up, I'll tell you right now. So let's get started with some jokes. For Father's Day, hopefully you all had a good Father's Day, but one of the gifts that I received was a dad's joke book. Ta-da!
Thank you, Jessica.
Full of jokes. But I only use these if we don't get jokes from you guys. So as long as we're getting jokes from you guys, I don't even have to look at that book. But our first joke...
Actually, the Google jokes that you were coming up with, that it was giving you, they were kind of like, the kids did a better job than that.
That's true. And we'll have something a little different today, but let's get to our first joke.
Mm-hmm.
A son walks up to his dad and asks him, "Dad, how many feet in a yard?" And the dad looks at his son and says, "Well, it depends on how many people are there." Get it? Not 3 feet in the yard, but 2 feet per people, per person in the yard.
I don't know. Maybe Google was better.
Maybe Google was better. Okay, my next joke, again, from my Father's Day book is, what do you call a hippie's wife?
What do you call her?
You call her Mrs. Hippie, like Mississippi. M-I-S-S-I-S-S-I-P-P-I. I thought that was pretty good. Okay, so we're going to go different now. We got a couple of video jokes sent in by some of our students, and we're going to play them now. So I hope you enjoy them as much as we did.
Hi JP, I miss you guys, and today I'm going to tell you a joke. Why did Jimmy's parents scream when they saw his grades? Because they saw a B on his report card. What's Tasha's favorite Christmas carol? Jungle Bells. Get it? Jungle Bells, Jungle Bells. Swing away, oh what better is to ride, to live in a jungle.
Hope you enjoyed those videos. Jacob and James, you guys did a great job. We need more video jokes coming so we can see your talents.
My understanding with Jacob, he couldn't stop laughing, and it was hard for him to record. So that's what we want to hear. We're getting ready to do a virtual event and stuff. So this is training us in how to record ourselves and talking and stuff. So send in those jokes. Cassie, I talked to Mom, so let's see if you can get one going, okay?
And Berna, we need another one. And Jessica, you too. And maybe Jesse Potter might even do one for us. But moving on. Let me get rid of the joke sheet. Devotions this week. Liz and I both have a short one that we're going to share. And why don't you go ahead and go first?
Okay, so our Devo, the one that I was looking at, because I'm always asking you guys to be encouraging to one another, be a blessing to one another. So what the Lord put in my heart, it's in 1 Thessalonians 5:11, and it talks about, so encourage one another and build each other up just as you are already doing. So keep it up, guys, because we're building friendships, we're building bridges. Even though we're far apart from one another, we are close, okay? So by encouraging one another, posting your pictures, and celebrating one another's accomplishments is huge to each and every one of us. It keeps us connected. So that's what the Lord laid in my heart, is building each other up, just like you're already doing, you know? So...
And in mine, I used Ephesians chapter 4, verse 32, where it says, "Instead, be kind to each other, tender-hearted, forgiving one another, just as God through Christ has forgiven you." And that goes hand in hand with what Liz said. You know, we need to be friends. We need to take care of each other. We need to watch over each other. We need to protect each other. You know, just like you do at home with family, it's the same thing with your friends, you know. And when you treat people that way, people are going to turn around and treat you and others that way. You know, at Jeremiah's place, we have 20 some, close to 30 students, and if everybody goes their own way, we're going to have chaos. But by working together as a team, as friends, we build that unity, and we're able to accomplish things that sometimes are difficult to do when you have that many personalities and people. We're all different, but we all work together.
God made us all different, and that is such an awesome blessing. We're created in His image, but He gave us an individual personality. So we are to encourage one another, help one another, be there for one another, and be sensitive to one another. Because what makes one cry, the other one makes somebody laugh. Okay, so we're different, and let's just enjoy and celebrate our differences. Okay.
Moving on. Next topic. How are you all doing? You all, a little Texas accent there. It's a long time that we've been separated. We're going on how many months now? We started in March,
God,
April,
I think it's 4.
May, June, July is next week. Holy cows. I don't even remember what some of you look like if it wasn't for Facebook and video Zoom. No.
So, we even though we built alone because we're in a stay-home order, we get to go out just little glimpses to go shopping here and there because it does let us say if we need to go out, we need to go out. But we are so blessed to live in this age and time where we can actually connect one another, see one another, and it gives us some comfort. So those Zoom meetings are important. We know that we try to make it as fun as we can. We hang out. We have our lesson. We have an art class pertaining to that lesson. So we're excited to get this one done. So,
one fast thing. When I was a kid, my grandmother would be in Mexico. She lived in Mexico. And then she didn't have a telephone. So the only way we could talk to her was the way that Liz said, was to write a letter. We would write a letter and put it in the mail. It would take sometimes up to 2 weeks for her to get the letter in Mexico. And then by the time she wrote the letter back and mailed it, it would take about 2 weeks. So the only way we could talk to my grandmother was sometimes once a month by letter.
Can you imagine how exciting you guys were to open that letter?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's fun. I hope you guys have been receiving letters because I know, or cards. I know that we were going to be trying to do that, but I know life gets busy and stuff. So hopefully you've received at least one.
Moving on. Package deliveries. We're going to talk about that briefly.
Voila.
As you've seen, the hallway in the house, there's a little bit of a bundle of baskets. I don't know how to describe them. Chaos. Our dogs are just looking at them and being nosy and stuff, checking them out and stuff. But they are coming. So did you want to touch on that a little bit?
Well, that's why we're doing this video recording early, so we can deliver them on Thursday, because it is Thursday. We're trying to get it delivered today, so you guys can have some of the stuff that we need for tomorrow. Okay, so we'll go over the package on our Zoom meeting on Friday. It should be after this is posted. This video is posted. So it's at 10:30 to 12. And we'll be going over some of this stuff, okay? We have a couple of Christmas canvases, but it's going to be like a paper mache one. So we've done that and worked with that. This project is not in your package. Gil and I have to, it's going to be on a board, and we're going to have to do some of the nailing and stuff because some of the woods were cracking. But this is a Christmas project that you guys will be working on, so that's going to come later during the month and stuff, and Gil and I will go ahead and deliver that on a special run, okay? But this one, you will not get until in about a week or two, okay? So we can get them all ready for you. There was just so much in there. You're going to get, this is the one I wanted to go over with. Today, because I think it's important. Remember we said we're sending out bingo cards? Voila! Okay, so these are the ones you're going to be able to play bingo. We'll play a game during our Zoom so we can get a hang of it. Now, you're going to keep this This is the one that you get to keep, and we'll be using this one. You get your beans, your frijoles are in here for your markers and everything. And the next thing you'll need for tomorrow's class, because we've been studying the what? The brain.
The brain.
And stuff. So you are going to get the physical paperwork, so you guys don't have to print them if you don't want. And this is actually the lesson for tomorrow. So it's good for you guys to get it ahead of time and understand that that's what we're going to be working on. But there's a lot of different things in here that you're going to hopefully be blessed with and stuff. But this is the package, and you'll see the bingo, and you'll see the brain information and stuff that you're going to need for tomorrow. All right?
Moving on.
And you will get, maybe not. You will get some new paints, and they're a different color, so you might, I don't know how much paint you guys have. They usually last pretty good. The watercolors painting you guys should still have. You should have a little bit of paint in here, and you got a little bit of a surprise in there. There was a cap donated by a family that to bless every single one of you. Okay, so I think that's it about the packages. That's it about the packages.
Moving on.
Yes, moving
on. So, the cookie blessing. Liz is going to talk about a no-bake recipe.
And actually, you know, that's going to be in your packet. I'm probably going to put it inside where your lesson plan is. It's no bake cookie recipes. That way the kitchen doesn't get hot. We've been reaching almost 100 degrees during the week. No bake cookie recipes are going to be inside your package over here by probably where your homework for tomorrow class is, or for the Zoom class that we're doing. Okay, and I know that we've been reaching like close to 100 degrees during the week, and it's hard to keep the house cool. So if we can avoid baking, this will probably be a good alternative. We'll put in a couple of recipes so you guys can choose. Pick your own. You can Google it. You guys are great on Googling. But we want to continue blessing people. Okay? Blessing people with a gift of what you would like to do. Okay?
All right. Next. How is your garden doing? Well, you know, I don't know if you guys have seen, but Jacob has a fairy garden at his house, where he has like a village, really cool looking.
Yeah, he took a quick little video.
Yeah, so that was kind of cool. And the other one that's been posting is Berna. Berna's got this green thumb because she's got all this green stuff growing.
Yeah, because she posted early, and you know, the seeds, she did them from seeds, which is really neat. Sometimes I cheat and I go buy already up, so I can just plant them in the ground and stuff. So yeah, I do. But most of it, especially our corn, all our veggies for the most part, the ones that I have cheated on are more the flowers. But the corn, oh my gosh, that looks so great. And the sunflowers already have the little buds. So within the next week or two, we're going to have, and they're giant sunflowers, right, Gil?
Yeah.
And they should be huge. And that was the first recording here that we had for JP at home. So it's going to be neat to see from there were seeds to where they're at now.
The sunflower plants are taller than Liz. That's how tall the stems are. So it's really cool. When they come out, they're going to be awesome. So, and then our jalapenos are growing pretty good size. Pretty soon I'll be able to wrap them in bacon and put them in the oven and a little, pretty good. Anyways, moving on to our next. 4th of July is coming up next Saturday. So we want to make sure that everybody has a safe and sane 4th of July and post pictures. If you're doing fireworks, I don't know if they're doing anything.
If you guys are going on vacation.
You're going on vacation, or you're going to do a special trip, post pictures so we can see what you guys are doing. Okay? So
to me, when a family gets to go camping, it's still a stay at home because their home is the tent. You know?
Jessica wants to camp in the backyard. We've done that before with JP. You know, so You never know. If you see pictures of our tent up in the backyard, you might know what's happening. Moving on.
Now, I want to touch a little bit before we move on to the meeting part. Throwback. There's been some throwback videos. We thought it'd be fun to post just to remember. You guys remember when we did the "This Is Me," video. I love the picture that James captured Jeremiah's place. "This is me," and when everybody was there in their attire there. And I think I gave everybody should have gotten their top hat and red jacket picture, because I gave one of the group and then one individual picture to everybody. Okay. The other thing that I really loved was, and I'm just scrolling real quick, is the pilot program. Oh my gosh, that took us back. That was in 2015.
5 years.
Our first video from our first little group. And you guys look at, how much we have grown, how many friends we have now. And all it is just being together. And when we're able to look back on that, it was just nice to see. And I love what James posted is, let's go back to the beginning, how we get to know each other and build up our friendships. And this is what our devos are all about. God tells us, in order for you to have friends, you need to be friendly. So sometimes we just have to learn how to be friendly. I know sometimes with me I get tired and stuff, but I have to answer in a kind word, and I always tell the kids, I said, honey is better than sour milk. In other words, let your words be sweet and kind, and they're better received. So even though you're tired or frustrated, remember those things. And we've been talking about that, and that's why I wanted to look at and remind you guys of that pilot program that we did in 2015. It was great to do a throwback, and it's fun to see the memories that we had, back then. But now we're building new memories and new ones. I want to see, because I know that Jim is already talking about, how we're going to do our video during the pandemic, And this is why I get to encourage you, post pictures, yourself, your garden, things that you're doing, because this way we can plug them into that 2020 video. It's important for you to see and remember what we've done during this season. Post the pictures of your projects. I want to see the birdhouse. I want to see, what else did we get out there? It's the birdhouse,
Out there?
No, the packages before. What have we sent out?
Birdhouse.
Mhm.
We sent out.
And we're going
Isn't
to
that
put
the 4th of
in,
July?
well, we got this one, the 4th of July, and then we have Christmas, because it's Christmas in July.
Oh, the casitas.
The casita, that one is the casita. We got the birdhouse and stuff. So now we're doing our Christmas project and things like that. And then we have our, this one here is now the new one for this year, the flag for this year. So there's a lot of things that we want to remember during this time, how your garden grew, things like that. So it's real important to us so we can get that video clips and have enough pictures of all of you guys. I asked Jimmy every Zoom, take a picture, and everybody posts their work that they're working on. This way we can have, when we do our throwback for this year, we're able to have you guys in it.
And if you say, we talk about gardening, that I live in a place where we don't have room for a garden, or we don't have a backyard, we live in an apartment, or whatever it may be. You know what you could do? Go find yourself some nice looking rocks, because rocks don't need to be watered, and then paint them. There's a posting there of some beautiful rocks. I don't know.
Najoni posted.
Yeah, if she painted them or what, but they're very colorful and rainbow colors, and they write little things on them. We have rocks around the house in different areas of ladybugs and different things that we've done years ago, and we still have them. And I put them in with our garden area just so that they'll be there. So again, take advantage of it. If you don't have a yard, if you don't have room for that, Go find some pretty looking rocks and then paint them.
You know what? Najoni did the beach video this week. Okay, we just want to get summer stuff out there. You know, and I seen Berna post her beach video, and it was really cute and everything. But paint the beach on a rock. You know, you don't have a canvas. You know what? God has given us rocks that we can paint on.
So,
and do like miniature.
moving on. Zoom meeting tomorrow. Don't forget.
Which is actually today, because today's posting, so it's Friday.
Yes. So 10:30 to 12. And while we're talking about Zoom meetings, next week being the 4th of July weekend, we will also have a Zoom meeting on July the 3rd. So if you can make it, great. If you're out of town and you're not going to make it, no problem. You know?
It's funny you said that because the Apodakas, Raleigh and Des, they went camping and they got signal. So he joined us for a little bit.
Yeah, from
on
town.
that one.
Was he
Yeah.
up by
I
town?
don't know where they went, but yeah, it was really neat to see them. I was excited to say, hey, they got on.
They were by their camper and everything all suave, making s'mores. Maybe not.
Maybe not.
In closing, 2 things. As always, we always tell you guys, if you need to speak to somebody, if you need to talk to somebody, if you need prayer, make sure you pray. Okay? So, or we can pray for you.
Call us, text us, send us messages.
Send
We're
smoke signals.
always,
I read smoke.
We always are available, okay? You guys have our number. You guys can give us a call. We can pray. We can talk. We can laugh. I know that some of the kids get on FaceTime, and I pop in every once in a while, and just to remember how you look.
You know, Berna, I talked to Berna, she says, hey, I need prayer for this. I say, you got it. Not a problem. You know?
So just remember, you're not in this alone. We're in this together, and we're all feeling the same way. Okay? We miss you guys. And the last thing, always, sing happy birthday.
As you wash
2
your
times.
hands twice.
Okay? We love you guys.
We'll see you soon. God bless. Be
These
good.
packages will
Be
be
safe.
out. You should have them for the Zoom meeting
Yes.
at 10:30 tomorrow.
See you next time.
Love you.
Bye now.